Hey, what's up, man? You see, in this life, start anyhow, man. This is my first, what I would like to call a podcast, but it's not organized enough to be called a podcast. Okay? My microphone hanger is falling anyhow. This mic, I had to remove it from my bedroom, bring it to the sitting room. This could pass for a podcast mic, anyways. That's not where I'm going. Today, first episode of If You Worry Boys Corner. This is strictly for YouTube. This is for my YouTube people. And people have been telling me, oh, you need to do longer video. You need to... Welcome. This is the longer video, my people. So, I'm going to try my best not to use certain words that's going to make YouTube probably ban this video. But before anything, please subscribe to this channel. Hit the notification button because you are in for a ride. Boxing. Let's talk about boxing. Boxing. Now, that sport has to be the most brutal sport in the world. Okay? People can say wrestling. No, wrestling seems like you are fighting. Okay? MMA, mixed martial art, seems like you're fighting because you're using everything. The only thing you probably may not use in mixed martial art is headbutts, or headbutt, whatever it's called. Now, when it comes to boxing, two questions I want to know. One, how do you discover that talent? To say, my talent is to blow people, punch people in the face. How do you discover that as a talent? Number two, when you want to go fight somebody, if the person is going to literally just beat you, or you have seen what the person did to a previous opponent, can you at that point say, I'm not doing anymore? Is it possible? Because I say this and I say it real good. Shout out to Gervonta Tank Davis, who is one of my favorite boxers in life anyway. He has the sweet science of boxing, okay? Now, he fought a guy called Frank Martin. Now, I say, listen, if you are new into the fight business, you are going to fall victim to a lot of stuff, okay? When people are marketing fight, they make you feel like, okay, this guy has been beating everyone. This is the first guy that will beat him, that will knock him out. This is the reason I'm saying that. Because of styles, because of this. He has never met somebody who is this fast. He has never met somebody who is this. Blah, 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 blah. That's exactly how they sold the fight to the world, okay? They kept saying, oh, Frank Martin was going to beat Gervonta Tank Davis. In my mind, I was laughing because I know, I'm a boxing fan. I know that Ryan Garcia, who had his liver almost punched out of his body, is a faster boxer than Frank Martin. And he gave Tank a difficult time. But guess what? Tank is on a different path to glory. The guy is wicked. Yes, I think I can say that. Tank is not a regular guy. Tank, no matter what you bring, Tank will study the fight. He was studying Ryan Garcia in Ryan Garcia's mind. And Tank will give you so much opportunity to punch him to the point that you start feeling comfortable. I don't know how anybody can be that calm in a serious championship fight. He is the one with the belt now, okay? You're coming to take his head off. This dude just literally stands there as a target for you to use as the punching bag. And Tank can take punches. When people talk about Tank's power, I just laugh. Tank can take punches. He can give them, he can take them. See what I'm saying? So, Tank, studied Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia was going to do two major punches landed on Ryan Garcia that ended the fight. Fast forward to Frank Martin. Frank Martin used a statement that got me really scared on behalf of, because Tank is my man. I can put my money on Tank any day, right? Frank Martin said, and I quote, Frank Martin said, Frank messed up for taking the fight. No, Frank Martin, said Tank, that's Gervonta, messed up for taking the fight. He used the F word, said fucked up for taking the fight. You know how you hear stuff and be like, for real? For real, in my mind, I was saying, Tank, why did you do this to yourself? That's what I was scared. I was like, Tank, why did you do this to yourself? Come on, man. You should say you got an injury, just like Tyson Fury did. He ducked Usyk, not ducked basically, but he had an injury. The fight had to be postponed. It wasn't the fight that was postponed, it was the beating that was postponed, actually. Okay? I'm not sure Tyson Fury recovered from Francis Ngannou's beating. By the way, shout out to Anthony Joshua, who had to settle that score. Back to the issue on ground. Ladies and gentlemen, fight day, June 12th, 2024. Tank Gervonta Davis inside the ring with Frank Martin, a well-known iron fist puncher. Got in the ring. Frank managed this situation for first 4 rounds. Gervonta Davis was just walking forward all through the time, but he wasn't throwing much punches. He was just letting the guy punch. He would let the guy, and Frank became comfortable. Then Frank saw that Gervonta wasn't backing down. Frank decided to do something that cost him the fight. Okay? And that's one thing about Gervonta. He's going to push you to the point that you will make a mistake. You see what I'm saying? So, Frank started this fight really aggressive, thinking I can get him out of there in the first 3 rounds, 4 rounds. I want to shock the world. That's the first thing on your mind until you get punched in the face. Like, it's my time to shock the world. I'm here now. Let me take this opportunity. And all the talk, the BS, ways to sell the fight. And then, if you get to that level, there's no way you won't believe in yourself. Looking at Tank, he's small. You don't know that guy is the almighty boxer. Yeah, I said it. Almighty Tank Davis. Not the almighty. No. Some human beings can be almighty. There's Bruce Almighty. Why can't there be Tank Almighty? Anyways, his left hand is almighty. Sue me. Anyways, Frank Martin did all of that aggression for 4 rounds, and then he decided to slow down because Tank wasn't giving up. You see what I'm saying? Tank just kept marching forward. Now, this is more psychological than physical. In Frank's mind, I'm doing a lot. I'm punching this guy. Right? In Tank's mind, this is the worst you could do. And guess what? Some people can bear pain. I think that's what Tank is good at. Okay? Tank will make you feel like your punches ain't doing shit. And Frank got really frustrated at some point. Frank decided to say, okay, I know what their game plan is. He's trying to walk me out so I can get tired and then he can start the fight. Facts. Facts. That's what Tank does. But Frank decided to slow down. He was relying on the ropes. Tank Davis started to work. Listen, when I say Gervonta Tank Davis started to work, he went to work. He was in the office, making dinner, making tea. On Frank Martin, a fellow human being, a fellow black man that has been suffering for 400 years, man. That his ancestors went through the slave. Oh my goodness. I can't even believe this shit. It was crazy to the point that Frank Martin was looking at Tank like, aside this boxing match, do we have an issue in real life? He didn't say that. I saw it in his eyes. You know how you going to beat up somebody to the point that the person going to look at you and be like, we're supposed to be brothers, man. That's exactly what Frank Martin was looking like. Frank Martin was looking like, what I do to this? What I do to this man? We black men. We fighting to feed our family. Why he beating me up like this? Tank wasn't even looking up. His punches were. Tank was just throwing the left fist. And before Martin's trying to say, oh, we're black, you're supposed to be black, like it was going non-stop. Listen, Frank Martin didn't want to be tired, but then he was getting what? Like he was getting cooked. Gervonta Tank Davis cooked Frank Martins to the point that Frank Martins decided to say, all right, I give up. You see what I'm saying? And then Gervonta gave this guy an uppercut that almost made the guy fly up to meet an airplane that was already on the way to California. You see what I'm saying? It's crazy. He punched this guy I was watching the fight myself. He punched Frank with an uppercut. My teeth shook on behalf of Frank's father. I was looking at the situation like, what the fuck? Really, nigga? Really? I cannot believe this. What are you doing? Why are you going to punch him like that? I know they fight boxing and everything, but is this right? This doesn't look right to me. Somebody needs to sue Tank Davis. How you going to beat up a fellow man like this? What the? Y'all wearing the same boxing clothes. Why you treat him like this? If you know you could do this to him, why didn't you advise him to stay off the ring? That's what I was thinking, because I lost my mind for a damn second, man. That uppercut was epic. I'm telling you the truth. You see what I'm saying? So Tank Davis has the sweet science of boxing. Understand this and know peace, okay? Now, the uppercut connected, and then Gervonta Tank Davis connected with another left punch to the temple. The tempo. Like, he connected. Now, listen, let me tell you something about the tempo. This is why I don't like boxing, baby. Like, I like boxing, but I like boxing, but I will never do boxing. I will never be a boxer. See what I'm saying? Never. Listen, never will you catch me being a boxer. Never. I will never be a boxer. Frank Martins was trying to recover from the uppercut given to him by this same heartless midget, Tank Davis. He was trying to recover. That brother was trying to recover. That brother in his mind was in church saying, God, thank you. It's just an uppercut. I'm so grateful to you. I didn't know this dude was so heartless. Frank Martins was in church literally in split seconds with his grandma saying, my baby, thank you for coming to church. I've always been telling you to come. Frank was replying to his grandma, Mama, you can't believe what just happened to me, man. I almost died. He didn't know. He didn't know that the second one was coming to the temple. And he was in the temple worshiping. Listen, if you get hit in your temple, I don't care who you is, it's lights out. Might be for a split second, but it's lights out. Okay? I've read about these things. I know some shit. I might not be a boxer, but I know what boxer can do. You know what I'm saying? That's why sometimes when people retire from boxing, they have these mental issues. Because you see this temple right here? When you get punched, I don't care who you are. If it connects properly, you're going to sleep. I'm talking sleep with a blanket and a pillow. Anywhere in the world that you is, you're going to sleep with a blanket and a pillow. Sleep. Sleep. For real. You're going to sleep. Gervonta Tank Davis punched this guy in the temple. The guy just said, that's it. Goodbye, sweet world. That's it. And like, you know how you punch people and they be dramatic about stuff. The one time I've seen that kind of stuff happen, the one time I've seen that kind of stuff happen was when Kamaru Usman connected to the temple of Masvidal. Yeah. He connected and Frank literally went to sleep. All the noise in the arena at the MGM sounded like a radio station to this nigga. He was asleep. I'm talking sleep for like 20, 15 seconds. No jokes. Dude went to sleep. He wasn't feeling sleepy during the fight. He caught a punch in his temple, coming down from an uppercut. Dude went to sleep. I'm talking about a trained boxer going to sleep in the middle of a fight. The punch gave him a lullaby. Lullaby. Sleep, sweet baby, sweet dream. I'm telling you, that's how dangerous boxing can be. Okay? I was talking about how do people discover their talent? Like boxing is my talent. How do you discover that punching people in the face is your gift, is your talent? How do you discover that? That's what I was trying to talk about. But then I remember this fight. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin, June 12, 2024. I can never forget this in a hurry. You know why? Because everybody said, and I quote, this is the guy that gonna beat up Tank. That's what everybody said. And guess what? Tank was away for a year and 3 months. He didn't fight. Because he went to jail. You see what I'm saying? So he was coming back. Most fight here. Listen. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Listen, this is crazy. Tank Davis says, and I quote, during the post-fight interview, in the ring. This is why you know that this dude was planning to murder somebody. He was planning to send this guy to the afterlife. Sending him to Ireland to tell Conor McGregor it's time for you to fight again. You've been ducking. In the spirit world, not physical now. Tank Davis, after that kind of performance, after putting somebody who wasn't feeling asleep to sleep, says, and I quote, well, I wasn't at my best today. I was a bit rusty. I'm like, what the hell is this thing talking about? I almost cried, man. Like, hey, if you weren't feeling rusty, what's going to happen? See, some of these dudes are so heartless. You just put somebody to sleep and you're talking about you being rusty? And I believe him. I believe him because when he punched Ryan Garcia in the kidney, he caught a kidney punch. That's what he did to Ryan Garcia. When he did that, Ryan Garcia literally bled from the nose. I think the FBI need to look into Gervonta Davis's left fist. I think so. When he was arrested, what was they looking for? I think because that dude has a weapon of mass destruction. That dude can literally help Ukraine fight the war and punch all the Russians. I'm not even kidding. Like, how do you listen, man? There are certain things you don't say after some level of display. People gonna look at you like this dude is either the devil himself or he's the assistant to the devil. Like, this is how you know people don't play. You know how somebody said, I'm gonna punch you to sleep? Tank Davis. He told Frank Martin, he said, you should have waited. He told him during the press conference, he said, you took this fight too early. You should have waited. And Frank Martin replies by saying, you messed up for taking the fight because I'm about to end your reign. Have you seen the post-fight press conference? This is what's crazy about boxing, right? This is what's crazy about boxing. I want everybody to go watch this stuff. Before the fight, everybody's hyped up. Everybody's talking crap. Everybody's bragging on what they're going to do. When we can connect my left, connect my right. You know, stuff like that. Everybody bragging now. Everybody bragging. Everybody bragging about what they going to do to somebody else before the fight. After the fight, one person bragging, the other person humble. I've seen this happen a lot of times, man. Rolly Romero versus Gervonta Davis. This was a crazy one. Rolly Romero said, I'm going to expose this fraud. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Blam, 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 blam. He said a lot of stuff. And I like Rolly Romero. I like him. I like people who can sell fights. He helps. It builds up the anxiety, the gate takings and all of that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know how to sell fights. But give it to Rolly. He knows how to self-fight. But he was talking way too much. He was sounding like when he was going to be punching Tank. Tank is not going to be responding. That's what he was sounding like. He was sounding like he's just going to be the one punching. Frank going to be quiet. You know, Tank going to be quiet. I'm a puncher. Then after the fight, he was still bragging though, but it was different. He said, I got caught with a leg. I didn't see it. I'm like, you're not supposed to see it. I don't know why boxers say that stuff. I was caught with a punch I didn't see. You ain't supposed to see it coming. You ain't supposed to see it coming. If you see it coming, I'm going to put you to sleep. You dodge it. Dude, is a fight. Everybody got secret weapon. They keep it somewhere. You see the worst thing about Tank? Tank has an explosive in his left fist. Everybody knows, but you still can't dodge it. I don't know how. Frank Martin said the same thing. Oh, they said the punches you don't see is the one that puts you to sleep. Yes. Listen, man, I was going to talk about how people discover talent in boxing, but Gervonta Tank Davis has to be the man. Congrats to the champ. Like, I can't even wait to see this dude and take pictures with him. Like, this dude is, you can look at him and know that this is someone who fought through adversity, okay? And shout out to Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather introduced this dude to us. I don't know what they be having right now, the issues they be having. They're going to be fine. Both of them are rich. Fuck them. Okay. My name is EFEWARRIBOY from Nigeria. Listen, I'm a comedian. I'm not really a sports analyst, but this I should do long videos for YouTube. This is the long video. I don't know what else to talk about. You might see me in your city soon doing a comedy tour. Shout out to you guys. Thank you.